Tonight, reaction from the right and left coming in swiftly after Disney indefinitely suspends comedian and talk show host Jimmy Kimmel.
This after Kimmel made comments about MAGA and the suspect in the Charlie Kirk murder. President Donald Trump is praising the suspension, while Democrats say the government is censoring free speech.
NBC's Melanie Zanona has details from Washington.
Our very special guest tonight.
Late night TV has lost another comedian. Disney ABC indefinitely suspending Jimmy Kimmel last night after the host's comments on Monday about the man accused of killing conservative activist Charlie Kirk.
The MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it.
Those words angering conservative critics. Today in London, President Trump praising the move.
He said a horrible thing about a great gentleman known as Charlie Kirk. And Jimmy Kimmel is not a talented person. He had very bad ratings, and they should have fired him a long time ago.
Federal Communication Commission Chairman Brendan Carr criticized Kimmel's comments and suggested on a conservative podcast that there was a strong case for action against Disney and ABC. Hours later, Nexstar, the largest owner of local stations, declared none of its markets would run The Kimmel Show. Carr says local stations have the right to preempt programming it doesn't like.
We're in the midst of a massive shift in dynamics in the media ecosystem for lots of reasons, again, including the permission structure that President Trump's election has provided.
Nexstar is in the midst of a $1 billion acquisition with another media company that needs FCC approval. President Trump nominated Carr to chair the agency that oversees licenses for broadcast stations. The FCC does not supervise cable networks or the internet. Fellow comedians took to Kimmel's defense on social media. And critics say removing him for his words violates the First Amendment.
Having the government sanction what we say, to censor what we say, to control what we say is a very dangerous precedent. This is a 5-alarm fire.
We must be careful not to allow the government to punish critics simply because of content.
And 2 months ago, CBS canceled Stephen Colbert's late night show. Colbert was another critic of President Donald Trump's, and that move also came in the middle of another $1 billion broadcast deal that required FCC approval. Melanie Zanona, NBC News, Washington.